Finally, some new books are on the list this week. Welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher. So let's jump right into it. We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and thank you guys for joining me for another Hot 10 breakdown of the week. If you guys aren't familiar with what I do in this video, I take the 10 hottest comics according to the Key Collector app, and I break them down for you one by one, letting you guys out there know if I'm buying these books at these prices or staying the hell away. Before we get started, like always, every video, guys, I ask you, if you're not a current subscriber of the channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe button for me. I'm giving away this awesome Thanos diorama to one lucky subscriber when we get to 4,000. And then when we get to 5,000, you guys know I have something awesome planned. So like I said, hit that sub button, smash the hell out of that like button, and let's get into this week's breakdown. At number 10 this week is a copy of Flash number 139 and the first appearance of Professor Zoom, also known as the Reverse Flash. Right now, there's a rumor out there that in the Flash movie that's going to be coming out, that alternate reality Barry Allen is presumably going to be Professor Zoom. But hey, it's just a rumor out there. Let's see what happens. Either way, a CGC 4.0 just sold last week for $425, up 1% over the average. But that's not it. There was a CGC 7.5 sale for $1,750, up a whopping 7% over the average. To me, I enjoy the Flash, guys. I like the books. However, a lot of times I don't want to spend crazy amounts of money on these keys. However, I do like this one, and I do think we might see Professor Zoom, if not in the first Flash movie, sometime in the future of a DC film. I think this one is okay priced. I'm giving it my blessing. It's a thumbs up. At the 9th spot this week is a copy of Silver Surfer number 14 in this iconic cover by the great John Buscema. Man, he's had so many great covers throughout his career. And a CGC 8.0 just sold last week for $409, up 21% over the average. But again, that's not it. We have a CGC 5.5 sale for $180, up 17% over the average. I can't tell you why this book all of a sudden is catching fire. I love John Buscema covers, but I don't want to spend the kind of money that these are going for right now. I love Silver Surfer covers as well, but I'd probably be sticking to maybe Fantastic Four number 72, that iconic Jack Kirby cover. I think it's a little bit better, and Silver Age always trumps Bronze Age. At number 8 on this week's list is a copy of New Mutants 98 and the first appearance of Deadpool. And right now, a CGC 9.8 just sold the prior week for $1,680, up 4% over the average. But that is also down since the $1,800 sale we had over the past couple of weeks. Again, you know I love this book. I love Deadpool. I love it in a 9.8. But I also think there's a cap on this book because of how many copies out there right now. So to me, if you want to own this book, I'm waiting till after that movie, after he shows up in the MCU, after this all dies down, and that's when I'd be a buyer. At number 7 this week is a copy of Green Lantern number 6 and the first appearance of Tomar Ray, the mentor to Hal Jordan. And a CGC 6.0 just sold last week for $400, up a whopping 125% since this past October. But that's not it. We have a CGC 3.5 sale for $195, up a crazy 138% since 2019. All Green Lantern books right now are absolutely on fire. I'd be sticking to the major keys only. I don't think this is one of them. Be careful on what you buy. Stick to the big stuff and you will not regret it. But it's a thumbs down for me. At number 6 this week is a copy of Wolverine number 1 and the first solo appearance of Wolverine in his own title, albeit a limited series, and a CGC 9.6 just sold last week for $350, up 19% over the average. We also had a 9.4 sale for $215, up 5% over the average. I love this cover, guys. I love Frank Miller. Not too sure why this book has been on the list for a better part of 6 weeks. It's an awesome cover, a great book, but there are so many copies out there for sale. If you want to own one just to have in the collection, I'm all for it. Probably 9.2 or higher. Other than that, I don't want to spend this kind of money on this book just because there's so many out there right now. Do me a favor, save your money, put it towards a bigger Wolverine key. At the 5 spot this week is a copy of Spider-Man Noir #1 and the first appearance of Spider-Man Noir, an alternate reality version of Spider-Man who operated during the Great Depression, and a CGC 9.8 just sold last week for $550, up a crazy 32% over the average. I know we got news last week that there was going to be a Spider-Man Noir film all to himself. Again, do you really want to go out and spend $500 on the first appearance of Spider-Man Noir? Cool character, guys, but it's way too much money to spend even for a 9.8 copy. Stay the hell away from this one. At the 4 spot this week is a copy of Batman #655 and the first cameo appearance of Damian Wayne, son of Bruce Wayne, and Talia al Ghul, and a CGC 9.8 just sold last week for $318, up 47% over the average, but down from the high of the 2 weeks prior of $485. So this book is really starting to come down right now, down almost 20% over the past couple of weeks. Maybe it's just this one sale. We'll see what happens. You guys know I like this book, but I really think it's too much money to spend right now on a 9.8 copy. Wait for this stuff to kind of die down. Buy this book then, add it to the collection, and hopefully when he shows up, DC does something good with this character. At number 3 this week is a copy of Swamp Thing #1 and the first appearance and origin of the second Swamp Thing, Alec Holland, and a CGC 8.0 just sold the prior week for $348, up 25% over the average. But that's not it. CGC 7.0 just sold for $229, up another 17% over the average. Again, you guys heard me say this before. I prefer House of Secrets 92. I think it's a better buy. First appearance of a Swamp Thing. I know some people tell me they want this book over that one. I don't agree. Regardless, if you want to own a Swamp Thing book, I'm recommending HOS 92, not Swamp Thing 91. But hey, if you want to own it, be my guest. At number 2 this week and dropping 1 spot, it is a copy of Booster Gold #1 and the first appearance of Booster Gold, and a CGC 9.8 just sold last week for $699, up 74% over the average. But keep in mind, this is down from last week's high of $785. Again, this book is going crazy right now. We know we got the announcement he's coming to his own show on HBO Max. I love the character. I don't like the price, especially at a 9.8, and I do think you want to own the highest grade possible on this one. Stay away until it comes down, but I can't wait for the TV show. And at the top spot, and a new #1 this week, it is a copy of The Last of Us American Dreams #1 and the prequel comic to the hit video game and now a successful TV show, and a CGC 9.8 just sold last week for $1,500, up 18% since January. A lot of people are hyping up this book right now. The last 2 sales at a 9.8 before this one was around $1,250, so this book is really exploding. You know, for me, I don't really buy a lot of modern books, but people out there are comparing this book to Walking Dead #1. I don't know about that. I'm not going to recommend it to you guys. I know nothing about the comic book, but for me, I don't want to spend the money. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, another Hot 10 breakdown of the week. The one thing I will say, it is no more Omega Men #3. It is finally off the list. I did see a $385 sale out there yesterday on Instagram, so it's down from the crazy $458 sale. It's now time for my best buy of the week. I only gave 1 thumbs up. It's got to be Flash #139 and the first appearance of Professor Zoom. I do believe a lot of these Flash keys will start to go up in value, just as the Green Lantern books have gone up in value, and this is one of the best characters in the Flash series. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.